Okay, hi Aishwarya.
You should remove all the stickers.
Huh?
You remove all the notifications.
Yeah. No. Hey, hi Garima. Hey, hi Garima. Good morning.
I I'm in a very noisy place. I'm at my daughter's camp outside,
Okay, okay, no worries, no worries.
but I can listen in.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Guys, have you sent notification when?
Yes.
Like in the afternoon, have you sent India time?
7 p.m. I sent.
Like they would have got a reminder, right?
They would have, yes.
Yeah, we received. I got two reminders actually, not just one.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Hey, hi Heather. So Heather, I've responded to your email. Hopefully, you got an idea. If you need to double check on that, we can quickly connect after this call, and we can come to a conclusion, something like that. Okay, what we can do for you. You are in mute, I guess, Heather.
Thank you. That would be helpful because you suggested that we use practice tests instead of structured tests, but the class that I was asking about doesn't have any practice tests. So that was something I wanted to ask you about.
Okay, okay. We can quickly discuss after this call because it's personal to broadcast tutoring. So I would discuss it one on one. Okay, okay, okay. But apart from that, Heather, have you
Mhm.
gone through any updates, any questions, any help? We can help you
I'm,
guys.
I'm so excited about the reveal answer feature that got added, and I use it on every single question now when we look at it with the student.
Finally, it has been long due feature request. I guess it started from you. Then a lot of other companies came. Finally, we have delivered now. But
It
yeah,
it works perfectly. It's a big moment when you reveal the answer. You know, there's some anticipation before I click on it, so we love it. And I haven't used it yet, but the feature where we can create the accounts for the students ourselves instead of having them create an account and then we go in it, I think that's going to streamline our process. So seems like it'd be a very good change for us.
yeah, yeah. Definitely, it was coming from all the corners, and that's the good part of democracy, right? You listen and and you take action. Nothing else.
I don't want to jump in if anybody else was speaking. I did
No,
have a
Garima is like kind of, yeah. You can ask
yeah,
it. Garima just want to listen. Nothing else.
I do have a class that I have been experimenting with called Grammar Academy, but it's not ready yet. And I don't know, like I don't think there's monetization, so I don't think it's possible for students to use it. But they always see it and they're always asking, what do I click on? Do I click on that or do I click on the SAT course? And we're only using the SAT course. Is there a way to hide it so that it doesn't,
Can
I'm still developing it?
you share your screen once?
Oh, okay, let me get there. Oh, here it is. Can you see this okay?
Yeah. So you don't want the WCTV shown to the students as of now.
This I don't know how it works yet. It's still under development. So, but I had to,
Got it. Can you open your admin?
I could
Can you
see it.
open your admin dashboard?
I'm sorry, what?
Can you open your admin dashboard? So Raja is there, right? Raja, is it possible to get from published to ready to deploy state?
Yeah, definitely. I can. We can do that.
We can do that, right?
Yeah.
So
Let
Can
me do
you
that.
can you just change the status to ready to deploy?
In a minute time doing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yes. We have also given you a way, Heather, where you can archive this course. Suppose at any point of time, if you feel that no, this course, I don't need it for now. Okay. So if just now you opened that, right? Can you open WCT Grammar Academy? Yeah, there's a red button over there on the right side.
I didn't want to archive it because I wasn't sure if I could bring it back or if I could work on it while it was archived.
Yeah, this is a good point. Raja, can you, or Aditya is also there. Aditya, can you please note it that there should be a way to also move it to ready to deploy state? Okay, sure.
Definitely.
This is not a big deal. We just tell our students to click on SAT course and ignore it, and it's not a problem. I just wanted to bring that up and to see if we could work on that.
Well, Raja is.
Done. Just refresh it once.
Can you go to courses again from the left side menu?
You want me to do something?
Can you go to courses from the left side? Yeah. It is
Oh,
gone.
I see. You fixed it for me. Thank you.
And can you
Go
can you
here
go to-
and I can work on it.
you can go and work on it and then you can publish from here.
Okay, I want to see there's another one here.
Same
All
at
right.
user side. Same at a student side. You can see there.
At the student side also, they cannot see now what WCT Grammar Academy until you don't publish it, deploy basically.
So they won't wonder if when they click, there'll only be one thing to click on, so they won't have to even ask anymore. Okay, thank you so much for doing that, and I will. It'll be a little while before I can get back to it, but it was just my way of tinkering to see what your program, like to see if I could get it to work and make something on your program. But we love the SAT class. This is what.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is you have monetization. Can you see on the left side below AI agents? So this is what I was suggesting, that in the free plan we can give that a couple of tests for free, so that the students that you're mentioning about can access it for free and get a taste of it. And basically you can enable monetization from here. Okay, so that what will happen is they will directly come and purchase from WCT only. Okay, and automatically they will get access to whatever you are trying to monetize, like 10 tests, 15 tests, 8 tests, 7 tests, whatever you feel. So that definitely we can discuss on. Okay, but whenever you get time, can you just if you can apply on monetization, it's a
I believe I already did.
Yeah, it's a Google form. There are a few questionnaires that me and my team review. If you can fill up that, maybe we can connect sometime tomorrow or on the coming Monday or Tuesday, whenever you are free.
I think I already did that part. I filled out the Google form.
You have already filled? Let me get it checked. So maybe some.
It didn't work.
So what I can do here, Heather, I have your calendar. Shall I go and book from there any slot?
Oh, yeah, for the monetization. Hold on, you have my, let me give you my meeting calendar. Is there a place where I can type it in for you?
Yeah.
Here it is. You can use that and find yourself at any if you want to meet with me personally, that would be the best way to do it.
Yeah. That's what I want. I can connect you one on this. Okay. Thank you. Heather, any other questions you had regarding this?
I think it was all kind of interrelated to that on how we could, because I'm not sure how. Here, I'll show this quickly, but here we do have students like who just sign up and just like find us off of the internet, which was part of like marketing for us, which is very good. But then I
Yeah.
wasn't sure what their experience is, what they have access to, and if there
Yeah.
was what's the difference between basic and free, and what I should be doing. So that was a question for me.
Basic and free, just you can understand is basically they came and visited to the digital SAT course, and they got the free access assigned to them, the basic plan. Now, what is that free access is? You can check it from. Can you go to courses? Click on digital SAT. Click on journeys on the top, like second last right here. Can you click on free plan? Can you click on next? And this is diagnostic they are receiving currently, applicant diagnostic, I guess, which is not the right one. I told Anna. So if you can remove this one, can you just remove this?
Mm-hmm.
Because applicant diagnostic should be used by teachers, I guess, the teacher program that you guys are building. And you can choose diagnostic test is a full length diagnostic test. Like, can you select a diagnostic test?
Is this the shortened? This diagnostic test
No,
is it
this,
short?
this is a full paper.
Is
Can
it
be
full?
set,
Okay, perfect.
just done. Next, next, next. So now you can. That's how you can add practice test if you have built. Can you remove this diagnostic test from here as well? Yeah. Can you click on next?
Should I add structured tests or no?
No, no. Diagnostic. That is enough. Also, now we have Aditya. Why this error information?
Oh, just give me a minute. I'm checking this.
Okay. So can you? So by the way, Heather, this is a new thing. I guess we haven't sent update about this to you guys yet.
Mhm.
So suppose if you want to add a video of yours as part of user experience for even in the free plan, you can even add a video over here. Okay, in the space where they can not just watch the video, they can interact with the video. That means that they can interact with avatar of Heather or Anna or any avatar of world class tutoring. They can see the keynote of the video, they can see the summary of the video, they can play, learn with the flashcards generated from the video. I will show you after this so that in general anybody can also get an idea. But for now, can you click on next? Update. Update for all users. It'll take a while because it's going to update for all your even previous users as well. Is this done? Yeah, no.
It's still pending. Yeah. Just give me.
Also, Raja, since Heather is here, like, can we change world class tutoring.lenki.ai to world class tutoring.myvega.ai and make sure that you forward world class tutoring.lenki.ai to myvega so that even if somebody has that old link, they can be redirected to the new.
Yeah, that we can.
The link is this one here.
No, no.
Oh.
Student side of the portal.
Student portal, I think we're talking about it.
Yeah. So this is still the old name, LearnQ, right?
It does. Yeah, that's where it goes.
Now, can you go to diagnostic test? Diagnostics. Can you go to the diagnostics on the top? Yeah. No, can you just try refreshing the page? Because it might be cached for you.
Yeah, I don't see the diagnostic here.
Yeah, maybe because it's cached for you. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
You just have to maybe remove the caching.
Let me.
Yeah, you can stop sharing. I can show it to you. You see this thing in the diagnostics?
Oh, it's there for yours. Yeah, I see. It's just cached for my screen.
Yeah. Suppose if you just use this link till diagnostics and share to a student, say for example, let me try to log in from my wife's account. Okay. So directly she will be redirected over here if she has already signed up. If she would have not signed up, okay, and I would have just used this link, it will first ask me to sign up, where you get the details collected, and it automatically will be redirecting me to the diagnostic page. Also maybe because of her is also an old account, so cached. Rather, is this a issue with caching, right?
It's already been signed. Checking with the user, right? Aditya,
Yeah.
can you send me the email, please, or you can try it?
This is Ankita's email.
Just send me that. Minute I will do.
But at least for new users, it is showing right for me. Like just
Yes, it's fine. I got the issue.
okay. So this is how Heather, a new student can see. They can go and play and practice as well. Practice with Terra, and but all those things will be logged because they are in a free plan. Okay. And another thing that I wanted to show you, and any other company who's also joined, is the spaces thing. Is any of your video on YouTube, Heather? I know you are on YouTube, right? You have few
I
videos.
know.
Let me do on our demo portal so that it's not affecting your.
There's my.
Like 3 weeks ago, Grammar Academy, grammar, anything math. Just simply copied this YouTube video link, and maybe I can go to a course space, or even in general, I can go course spaces means that under a particular course for digital SAT. Say for example, here digital SAT is here. So I can go and try to build a particular space under a course. Okay. Pasted this YouTube link. And I'm just opening this in a new tab so that I can show you the bigger screen. So this video got embedded over here. Okay. So they can definitely watch the video that they were doing from YouTube, but they can do more than this. Is basically they can learn from the keynotes, which is the video. So video is 30 minutes long. Okay. I can quickly read through this or through the summary. Okay. So the summary helps me to understand the all the what you're talking about this video in just. Okay. And I can come and choose any of the avatar, like basically in our case it's Mia, in your case it can be Terra, and ask that, okay, hey, help me understand. Hey, help me understand the summary in Spanish or any analogy. Okay. So suppose if you have a kid from different language or like different country, so now it translated the video summary uh, in Spanish. Okay. And if you have if you want to generate flashcard from this particular video, so you can choose how many flashcards you want to generate. Like I just chose 5. Like what is the difference between percent increase and percent decrease problems compared to simple percentage problems? Okay. So because since it's your video, you can easily understand whether it's doing a good job or not. Okay. How do you calculate a percent increase from one value to another? Okay, subtract the starting value from, and also explanation is given. Okay. Also, they can choose an avatar and practice with that. Like for example, you chose Mia. So now Mia will give me a question and I have to answer that. Like consider a scenario where the price of the product increases from 150 to 210 in a chat manner, just because on this video. So think of use cases like you are doing a classes or recording of the classes or any concept videos that I know you make a lot of concept videos in small bites. It becomes so interactive. Kids can now not simply watch the video, they can interact with the video. And when there's interaction, the learning is much better, right? The retention of the knowledge is much better, right? Also, you can go and create a quiz on the video, like the what's covered in the video. So I'm just creating 5-question quiz, and it can also create a 5-question, 10-question quiz for you. So like you're giving more. Yeah. Anybody are trying to say anything?
There's an AI generated quiz, do I have a chance to edit the items before the students see them? Like, do I generate the items or do the students?
Yeah. So currently we have given edit option in the flashcards and here we'll very soon, like it's just a new feature that's we released. So the same thing edit feature that you have in questions, the similar will be added over here that you can edit the question right from here itself. Okay. So already we have given in the flashcards, like you can edit it. Okay. Similarly, in the quizzes, you can, howsoever you can go and review the quality of the AI that we are working on. So it has kind of generated 5-question quiz from the content of the video. Okay. So think of that.
So the flashcards and the quizzes are things that I create for students to use. It's not something that gets created when the student clicks on it.
That's also there. Kushal, correct me, like that's also.
No, you are correct, Heather. You are the one who's generating it and you are in full control.
Good.
So you can basically edit it at your end. As Piyush said, like the questions or the quiz, we need to like give the edit option and kind of, I think people have also asked option to add their question in that quiz. So like something from the question database that they can add and all those things. So that will, but student end, what they will see, they will just see the flashcard. They will not see an option to generate the flashcard.
So I generate them myself, and then students
exactly. So if you generate it for a space, then that gets attached to a space, and then it stays with that space.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah.
Or like the same thing for the quiz as well. So like when you generate a quiz on that video and attach it with the space, so now when you deploy that space, that quiz stays with that space. And the quiz works very similar UI, like the gaming engine that we have. So they will go to the kind of the same screen. They will have one question after one question, and then post that, they will see the analysis. They will see the AI generated feedback. And howsoever they are doing in those quizzes as well, that data gets attached to their overall mastery on the topic as well. So even doing those quizzes, impacts their mastery score on those topics on which the quiz was.
You know what? That reminds me of another question I have that you might not have an answer to, but you just made me think of something about because we're always using the SAT class, and I have some students who are so good at math, they only have to do the reading and writing. And so what I tell them to do is take the structured test and then just leave their answers blank in math. So that way they only have to take reading and writing, but then that messes up the analytics, right? Because
Okay, so in that case, you can now create a structured test just with English section.
so I should create that myself.
Yeah, so in fact, I would say the easiest way to do that would be just clone one of your current structure tests.
Mhm.
And I think cloning has two options right now.
Currently, Kushal, it's without any questions, but I'll show you.
Okay, so it is not without. Okay, so but we will build that feature as well. But like, say you can just or you can just create a section. Maybe Piyush can show you quickly.
show you this particular company, Heather, she runs SAT prep just for English. Okay, so what she did was, and very interestingly, and there's a huge use case that I'm seeing. She went ahead and created this many structured tests apart from the full length test that we have provided. And these are, if you open any of this test, like say example, this one, okay. So only reading writing module 1 and 2. And these are the past papers that came recently in this year, last year. And what she is saying that now students are so after this particular test that they are so much in demand that because first of all, now no longer she needs to go and grade each PDF that test that they have taken. Kids are getting that instant score. Live, everybody appreciates that instant thing that I did something, how much, like just now you told, reveal the answer, right? That creates a curiosity. So first of all, it saves so much time for the teachers. And now kids are using all the past papers just for English because that's what she wanted. Similarly, you can do similarly for English separate, math separate.
Yeah, so the idea behind structure test, Heather, why we really built it, because initially we were giving you the whole full length test, but there was no control there that you can separate it out, English and math. So now, like, when you're defining your structure test, you can just say that there is only one section in it and then 2 modules. And then, you can define how many questions, how much time, all those, like, the kind of the metadata about the test, like how the test is structured. And once you enter that, then the UI will already prompt you that, oh, you need to add 27 question in module 1, you need to add 27 question in module 2. And once you have done that, I think in metrics, say if you're picking reading and writing, then just pick the metric for reading and writing score and percentile. And, similarly, if it is just math, then just pick the metric for math score and percentile. And I guess that's it.
So the clone won't work. So I couldn't clone a current test and then just delete half of it.
It's a good idea. I mean, yeah, we initially, when we thought about cloning, we thought about 2 modes of cloning. One mode would be in which you just copy the structure and the instructions, instead of writing every time. And I think that is the version that is deployed right now. Okay. And we also thought of another mode in which cloning can be done, in which you also clone all the questions as well, and then maybe you just mix and match or replace few questions. So then you are not starting from a blank slate. You just, I mean, point taken. It's just like, we built out one mode and then we left out the other second mode that we had thought of, just because cloning just the structure helped a lot of people not copy instructions over and over again, not define the the timings and the number of questions over and over again. So that was an easy fix, and it helped a lot of people kind of build faster. So we did it that way. But yeah, we can build that feature where when you clone everything with questions as well.
Oh, okay. Don't build it just for me. That sounds like a huge
no. I mean, it was something that we had thought of. It's just like, like we are constantly trying to prioritize features in the order of like, how much ease they will create, and like how many more like, like institutes or like organizations will get impacted. And it is going to be a good feature. I can already see that people would like to just clone and maybe change few questions, or maybe change one module and make it harder or something. And then, that way they don't start from scratch over and over. So we will do it. Just give us some time. That's all I would say.
No rush. And in the meantime, I honestly, now this is just me personally, the analytics are not incredibly important to me. There's like the art of teaching and the science of teaching, and I do lean more toward the art of teaching, right? So if the analytics are not correct, it's okay. We're just going to look at the questions you missed, right? So don't prioritize it high for me. I just want, because I don't always look at the analytics that carefully anyhow. If that makes sense. When I'm meeting with a student, we go to the questions they missed, and we take it question by question, because analytics are never, they never tell the whole story. You need to ask the student, why did you miss this question? And it might be because they ran out of time. It might have nothing to do with whether they understood the question or not. They never even saw the question, right? And the analytics don't know that. So that's why we just take it question by question, and we make our own conclusions. Okay,
that's actually a fair point.
So that I only said that so that you wouldn't make a big change thinking I really.
But your point, you can now make these sectional sort of tests as well, like just reading and writing, or just maths, or or like just maybe grammar if you want. I mean, you can have even those kind of things. So like the structure test gives you full flexibility of what you're trying to build, and how many sections or modules, and howsoever you want to structure it.
Could I do that as a practice test? Like if it were just grammar, right? Then it wouldn't be a structure test so much as a practice test?
Do for a practice test, because that's where you have a limit as well. Like you can grant up to 250 practice tests under the same plan. So for this topic wise things, you can create a practice test for sure. Okay. And and they can practice at their own convenience, or maybe you can assign them as a homework as well. Okay. So that is also possible. And that's what I told, like one structured test and 2 practice tests are available for free. That itself is a good proposition for a free user to come and take a full length test, take one math as like say linear equation, and one say command of evidence assignment, and get a test of it, that what WCT has to offer. Okay, and how the analytics or how AI is helping them to analyze or even review with data in your case, right? That where they went wrong. And when they get an idea of the platform, they can upgrade themselves as you were asking. So that becomes your second revenue that right from the product itself, they can monetize. Okay. And at the same time, since you have the data, you can also reach out to them that, okay, we also provide you tutoring services, personal coaching, and that can be an upsell for you, either of the ways.
Mm-hmm.
But Heather, I remember you told me when we met in Minneapolis, like, like the building a new course has been a challenge. So we also made a lot of changes recently in like, the whole, in fact, we are no longer calling it course structure, because it was never a course structure. It was mainly a course taxonomy. So we have changed it and now calling it taxonomy, because basically you're defining a taxonomy at that point. But that taxonomy now is flexible. So you can always add and edit the topics and all the things. We will add the delete button soon. Deleting is a little bit more complicated, because if you delete a topic, there are a lot of downstream ramifications of it, because, maybe some tests had those questions from those topics. What will happen to them? All those things. So like, so the deleting option is currently suppressed. But adding, editing, replacing, all those options, the structure is no longer locked, basically. So
I made classes, because every time I realize
I know a lot of, when I talk to you, I realize that people are getting into this fear, like, oh my God, what if I made a mistake? So So now even if you made a mistake and you want to change the name, or you want to redefine maybe this topic under this topic, or all those things, very possible at this point. So it has gone flexible. So it's now a living thing instead of like something set in stone.
Oh, very good. Thank you for changing that.
Yeah, no. So I mean, and I hope that becomes much easier for others to also get started on building courses. And the one key thing is to remember is that that taxonomy is really what is driving the analytics.
Yeah.
Because
It was on me. I had misunderstood. And when I saw course structure, I thought there would be an introduction course, right? And just the way I teach a class, I start with like an overview, but then that's not in a taxonomy, it doesn't have an overview, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. So I think we corrected the name as well. It's actually, yeah, the idea behind defining that is the tree structure that we will take for classifying any like any question or any material that you are adding for that course, so that as students interact with those materials, we know how they're performing in those topics. So the idea actually was always, so defining that taxonomy defines the analytics and the recommendation engines and the study plans, like everywhere that taxonomy is used.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's basically the role of that. It's definitely, yeah, it's not something where, so what you want to build, like the introduction to the course and blah blah blah, all those layers, that's basically the space that
It's not the journey, it's the space.
Yeah, space is where you will build all your videos or all the assets in one go, in like one kind of like organized like tree, or however you want to organize, like introduction to grammar and then 3-4 topics under it, or maybe subtopic under it. I think we allow as many sub layers as you want, from what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
But in journey, you can define when you're giving a journey, which spaces are also going with it. Maybe Piyush can.
It would help if I could see an example of another class that was organized, and then I would be like, oh, that's what you meant. I think that would be very helpful if there was. Does that make sense? If there was a class
I think even Garima is saying the same thing. So I think we'll build an example and we'll show it to you guys. This organization is not clear. I think Aditya and guys, have you guys built any like the whole space and then an example where journey is only few of the spaces have been taken in the journey?
Yeah, we have, right, Aditya?
Yeah, we have, but it's.
Can you quickly share your screen and show that?
Even on the fly, I guess Heather and Garima both are like family. Like they know us, right? So if you haven't done it, you can
you're
share.
welcome to steal my grammar class, and if
So the idea, why we, because in the course spaces, you can add all the videos that you have or you want to build on under that course. But let's say you have different tiers of like classes that you're offering. Like in some class you go very deep, and some classes are not for, like some class, I mean, I don't know however you are structuring, right? Like some are for more advanced kids, some are for more early kids. So the idea of journey is to build these personalized kind of bundling in a way, right? Journey is more like bundling, like what you are bundling under what offering. So you can, like, all your spaces by default, like when you build inside the course, are not available to students. When you assign a journey, only the spaces, only the structure test, only the practice tests that are part of that journey are given to that student. The rest of the things are locked.
okay.
So it's more like however you want to bundle at your end, if you want to like think of it.
I think I understand that. So the journeys are attached to the monetization, and you might have a journey that's like low cost for somebody who just wants to study for a week, and you might have a much more intense journey for somebody who's going to be with you for a year.
Exactly.
I understand that. What I don't understand are the spaces, like how many are there? Do
You
you
can
have
add as many. I mean, I think we have a limitation
Let
on
me just
spaces, but it's very high.
show you also.
I think if I remember correctly, it's like around 500 spaces you can add in a course. So it's a very high limit that we have added on the spaces side that you can build. But journey, only the free journey, we restrict how many spaces you can unlock or how many tests you can unlock. For the paid ones, there are no restrictions as such.
There
I
are
mean,
lot of bad ones.
the only restrictions is whatsoever is is the restrictions of the plan. So
Yes.
if you're giving, like, say, a pro plan, then let's say there are only 15 structured tests that they can have or 50 practice tests. And I think, Raja, remind me, how many spaces have we added
Just checking.
in pro plan? Yeah. So
Well, like I can show the spaces what I've
yeah,
built.
yeah, yeah. Aditya, can you please show?
So like starting with, I have this Distilicity course. So in that, since the spaces tab is already there, so anyone can start building their own spaces. For example, this is already created, right? If starting with a newer course which does not have any spaces, for example, if I go to this course, it says initialize the course spaces. And following the procedures, you can easily create the course spaces here. And once you create it, like I will just quickly go back to the previous course where I have things created. Yeah. So like I've added multiple spaces here. This is the top level space, and like I guess this is more understandable from the UI itself. But main thing is the journey. So I go back to the journeys tab and try to create one space journey. It's a paid journey. And right here, upon clicking the add course spaces tab, we have some description as well, which notifies what actually the thing is going to be once it is assigned to the user. So all the spaces that were actually visible in this course spaces tab, right? Those all are visible here.
So spaces are
It is all,
tiered.
yeah.
And when you add them to a journey, you can add the individual subcategories or the overall category.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
exactly.
So much. Okay.
Yeah, whatever I want. If you can even click here to select all those, and you can even select individual spaces as well. So for example, like I had
Can you
one
select a
space.
top level space, Aditya,
Haha.
like feature array?
Oh.
Yeah.
Just collapse.
Yeah, so that ended up selecting all the subtree as well, entire subtree under that. And so now all these spaces are, like, whenever you will assign this journey to a student, all these spaces will get unlocked for him.
And like I have a version where the spaces, like some of the spaces out of all course spaces that I have created are selected in that journey and has been assigned to the user as well. And here it is. So it's in development. So I guess there's an issue that will be fixing soon. And for example, in this particular journey, I selected only this space, which has the title as free space. It doesn't have to be that like that. It's just for my reference, I've made that. So like in that, the journey which is assigned here, I've selected 4 of these spaces to be unlocked. So only these 4 spaces out of all the course spaces that were available in the platform side are shown. But if I go back to the space which is not assigned to me by the journey, it says the space is locked, please upgrade for full access. This description will change a little bit depending upon how or like what way the plans are there. But like, yeah, overview, this is the basic of how the journey will look like. It has buttons to go full screen for immersive viewing experience, and has keynotes, creator notes, and transcripts of the video as well. So like this is it.
And creator node, by the way, Heather, I mean, is basically a node that you guys are adding on top of. So the keynotes and transcripts and summaries are generated by us. Creator notes are basically the educator notes. If you have to add something, you can add there, and those things will be there. You can add videos as well as I think some attachments can go
Yeah.
as well.
The links,
As
attachments. Yes.
links, attachment, videos, they all can be attached as part of the creator's note. So basically it's basically your space to write about whatever is going on in that video if you have to add anything. I don't know if this was clear or not. Was that? There is two levels. So like it's the same way if you think about the structure tests and the practice tests. All the assets that you guys are building are not by default given to students. It's either when you assign them one by one, or if you create a journey and then assign that journey. And journey is nothing but like a bundling mechanism. Right. We call it journey because our eventual goal is that maybe, all the assets that you have built, eventually AI can act on it and kind of like, unlock as the student is progressing things. So it can basically take a decision on what things it has to unlock slowly for the student. It knows all the assets that are there, and it makes a decision on as they're progressing to kind of give them new things. So that way it will become a journey eventually. But at this point it's more or less like a bundle. Okay. And journeys deployment on the other side, that's what something we were building all this while. So that thing is almost done. So I know a lot of you guys have a lot of video assets that you guys have built over time. So all that can be now added as part of the courses. And one thing we are really building a lot is like the whole AI agent infrastructures. And I know I'm actually excited because I feel like a lot of counseling related thing and a lot of scholarship related thing could be built out as an agent that you guys could drive really on your own end. There were few things that were not working well, so we are actually working on improving the whole agent experience. But I really feel like finding a scholarship or finding the right department to apply, or universities, or giving them some ideas on how they should write their SOPs or recommendations and all those things, they could all become like an AI agent where you guys have given your instruction on how that agent should work, what is the logic, how they should really interact with student, and what data they should collect, and how they should work on that data. So I mean, we are building it. I mean, as that gets a little better, we will definitely by default add a lot of counseling related agents in the environment that you guys can clone. Particularly in my mind currently, I'm thinking scraping information about different departments and different universities. So information around that and information around scholarships and all those things. And kind of make it available as default agents in the environment. But I think those could be also very useful for kids. Yeah, hey Garima, I will definitely. I mean, I was always thinking of you, like when I was thinking about that, some of these things.
Thank you. Yeah. No, I'm happy. So this year, I'm kind of taking a little bit of a backseat because I have a baby. So my goal for this year is just September to December, just building a solid system. That's why we had a call last year, right? I'm sorry, it's very noisy where I am, but so if we can sit together starting September and like build a bit, because I have all of this information and I also showed you my own tracker that I used. That's basically non-AI journey. Actually, it's got all the checklists and all of that resources, but it just doesn't integrate. I have to manually share with the respective student and all of that. So I'm happy to, like, you can use that as a baseline to kind of frame if you want to. But I would really love to get started on this
Yeah,
anytime,
I mean,
after September.
I was thinking about what you were asking, and one thing we are gonna add very soon is basically event kind of thing on all these things, so that as students are taking these tests or those events are getting logged. One thing that we really want to achieve in maybe next few weeks is that kind of giving you guys a weekly summary of what student did.
Yeah, would love
in,
that.
in that week, like all the things where they spend their time, how much, and like kind of, their overall improvement in mastery, and kind of soft projected SAT score if it's available, sort of those things. So if that happens, and so if we have already added kind of, uh, giving you week by week.
I can see that. Yeah, I can already see
So
that.
next evolution of it will be week by week. Things as well. So summary plus study plan will be sent out, and we already added a feature where you can add as well in the student side. So if you have parents' email, then we can even automate eventually sending an email.
But like Heather said, and I kind of agree with her, like this is more nuanced than just analytics, like we have to talk to the student to really find out what was happening, what was going on in that moment. Some kids just, they lose track of time, or they're also distracted. They're not sitting in a undistracted space or something like that. So that also happens. So yes, analytics are great, but how can we add more nuance to that? Like if I'm training my avatar with how I work with a student, can that information be incorporated with the analytics also? Like, oh, maybe this happened or this happened, something, adding some personal touch
One
to the
way
report.
that I can think of, and what we have been thinking about, is kind of giving you guys a summary of like whenever they are chatting with you, what they are talking about. What they are talking about after the test, and all those things. So that's the only way I can think of adding some nuance, like like kind of giving you guys a level summary of what they had the test, or in general, like what they're talking about. Hopefully that will help. Great.
I see. I see. Yeah, I mean, it's a learning curve. I don't know, it probably will be something for the future, but just something to think about, that after a certain point, more analytics are not helping. I don't know if Heather would probably agree with me. Like basic analytics are very useful, but if you just keep going deeper into that, I don't know how helpful that is for at least this level of tutors or students. So, like,
See, we don't give too much analytics. I know there are multiple graphs because of the so many topics under a particular subject, but the gist of it, we want to give three analytics. We call it ATM: accuracy, time management, and mastery. And these are the only three things that we want to show to students as well as the educators. That with they are, how's their speed, time management thing.
yeah, yeah,
Mute if you are not.
I will do that. I will.
Yeah. So that's what we just focus on, guys.
I
Like,
don't know if you guys also saw, like we added, like for any student analytics, the three things or two things you should be focused on that kid. Have you guys seen that?
summary after a particular test.
Maybe Piyush, can you quickly show in the student analytics?
Yeah.
So if you are on the platform side,
Suppose I took a full length test 8. Okay. So based on my performance, definitely it has been very average, like just now. Like it has given my areas of strength based on whatever I had, words in context, proficiency, areas to improve. Okay. Because all these topics I'm at nervous level and recommendation. Okay.
No, Piyush, can you in the platform side for every student analytics, is that thing added, Raja?
Just insights we do
In the insights for single user?
like topic wise or user.
Just a sec. Let me go. Yeah, this is added basically. Recommendations from Manit. So as an admin, you can go and see based on his performance across the platform, like topic wise, play and practice, or full length test. This is the summary that students show strong overall mastery but has low mastery in boundaries and linear equalities and slow response times in several topics with only one test attempt per topic. Top two priorities, priority next actions are provide targeted practice and reteaching on boundaries. Okay, and and it has written low mastery, high impact, because if we master this, the higher score boost can be seen. Linear inequality, again, it's a low mastery, slow response time. Assign additional time practice test sets for topics in slow response time and few test attempts, especially for these topics. So this is how AI recommends based on the activity of the student.
And this is across all the things that they are doing. So even if you guys assign them a full length test, a practice test, or they played games, this is pulling data from everything and just giving you just two high level thing that needs to be worked on for this student.
Yeah.
So that's basically, how this is working.
Okay. Hopefully, Garima, you got gist of it, like how even AI is helping you to save your time. I know humans, and that's why it's a human AI relationship that you're trying to build, right? You look into the insight generated by AI and take your humanly actions on it. Okay. Thank you guys for your time. We can uh, connect next week again. Yeah. Bye.
Yep. Bye guys. No, thanks for a useful session. We'll
Okay.
maybe explain all this in a upcoming newsletter. If you guys are confused, then maybe a lot of others are confused as well.
Yeah, hi. Hi, Garima. This is Aishwarya here. You guys have not heard about me. So, we used to send weekly newsletters every Wednesday about these updates and all. You guys are aware about it? Oh, okay, cool. So if you have any feedbacks on that, any specific thing that you want us to cover, please do leave the feedback. Also, we can work on that and give you better updates about the products. And even if there is any specific day that you guys receiving it, also just let us know. You can inform Piyush.
She can answer right away if you want.
You're on mute, Garima.
It's so noisy where I am, but no, we appreciate the summary. If you send it after the office hours, so if I miss office hours, I can have an update on what I missed, so then I can follow up with you. That would be great. And if any feature will be launched or is in the pipeline also for next 2 weeks, then if we hear about it on Monday, probably that's also great. Like so we know we can plan. But otherwise, I'm fine with what you have as a current flow. Really, it's very useful, and sometimes reading is just so much better than having a video call or something, because I can just read it in my own time and I'm not distracted or less busy. So it helps anyway. But I really love the newsletters.
Thank you so much. We'll work on the timing and the update section that you've mentioned, and maybe next one will be better than this. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye. Okay.